Hey, I know we talked about mean, median, mode, percentile, and percentage. Now let's talk about quartile. Quartile is essentially taking a range and breaking it into four parts of that whole. So you would have Q1, 2, 3, and 4. Q1 or quartile 1 would be your lowest part of the range, right? Whereas Q4 would be your highest part of the range. Usually you would think about 75 to 100%, whereas your lower is 0 to 25%. And then you have Q2, which is also known as your median, and go back and watch the video on median, but that's typically your median. And then your Q3, your third quartile is around the 75%, right? So you break them up in 25% ranges. So if you were trying to sketch out, if you wanted to run a mile on a standard racetrack, right? One lap would equal one quartile. And then you would say of the four quartiles, if you complete them, then you have parts of a whole, right? So think of it like that, right? We're segmenting and seeing how much of what you've done matches into one of those buckets. Tracking? Okay, cool. So usually where you'll see this in HR is with compensation, right? So usually if you have a range of salary, let's say you have 45K to 85K. 45K would be your Q1. 55K would be your Q2, your second quartile or your median, right? Your Q3 would be about 65K, and then your Q4, your fourth quartile, would be that 85K, right? And so usually when you find someone's salary and you plot it up against it, in this instance between the 45 and the 85K, if they're close to the median, let's say they make 56K, then we know that they are around the median, that second quartile. Tracking? Okay, cool. You can also use this for things like benchmarking to find out, of all the scores, right, that are submitted, what is the lowest score, which is the highest score, and then you can plot your quartiles up against that to find out where people lie. Do you remember box plots? What was it? Box and whisker plots? Super applicable with the quartile conversation. All right, so do we understand quartiles? Do we understand how they differ from percentile, percentage, mean, median, and mode, although we do use median and quartiles? Yes? All right, cool. Let me know what questions you have in the comments, and until next time, happy analyzing.